And wow, this is what we want to see. Spa-Francorchamps, of course. Really close fights, clean driving, and we have Allren going for it. So that's gonna be a little tight. And can he cross him back? And he can't. But he has DRS. And he's going for it in turn 1. And he's through. So Hungary Hippo lost 2 positions, but he did lose. Oh, and he took it back, but it did see him steer out a little while. So there was maybe a little touch there, but Oren going for it on the DRS. It is now clean through. So Hungary Hippo did lose 2 positions, but he did lose them in 2 really close fights. Really exciting fights also. As we are switching back to the tires, the fitted tires. And Future Dreamliner closing in on Nifa Sweden. On those, of course, fresh tires. And going wide, going wide, going wide. Oh, and he's spinning again. So, oh, that's such a shame for him. And oh, we have, I don't know if it's allowed in the league to just reset to track, but he did reset to track. Uh, as we are switching and looking for another fight, and I do believe the closest gap right now is here at the front with Tent, Sandless and Hold Up Man, and he takes it. So that's a P3 for him. Hold Up Man with a really good pace, by the way. Managing to keep Sandless even on DRS quite far away. And of course, making it hard for him to only go to the overtake in into the braking zone. So as he's now taking a gap of 8/10 of a second, going to his seconds, and he is on his seconds, and he's back in a second. So yeah, good fights going on here at the front. Is of course Blender for Life, driving a lonely race. Good pace from him today. It's insane. Already having a seconds gap to the car behind him, and looking for a win today. Only thing he just needs to do right now is keep driving like he always does, and bring home that victory. As Sandless is now closing in real quick on the Lunacy, so can he take excuse me, can he take P2? As these are some excited last laps to watch here at the front of the pack. Wow. So yeah, is he able to set up an attack in the next few laps? As there are only 4 laps left. And we do have a yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, let me switch real quick. I think it was from the Alfa Romeo. I do believe it was from the Alfa Romeo. And now on a 6/10 of a second. But of course we did see Lunacy on a great pace in a fight with Hollow Man. Keeping it up, keeping him behind him far enough not to manage to set up an attack. So is he planning and going to do the same to 10 Sandless? As he is for now, keeping Sandless on a 6/10 of a second behind him. But yeah, of course, Sandless does have a DRS every zone. There's also Ferry already climbed back up to P4, but not really fast, closing in on 10 Sandless. But I do believe it's only 2.5 seconds, a little bit less than 2.5 seconds gap. So in my opinion, you can manage to close that in the next 3 laps. So yes, DRS right now, going into the first corner. And he's close behind him now. So 4/10 of a second, he closed in 2/10. Going into La Rouge. So I do believe we're gonna see an attempt of an attack here. As the DRS goes on, the ERS goes on, taking the slipstream onto Lunacy. Oh, it's gonna be tight, it's gonna be tight. And he outbrakes him, and that's a clean overtake. That's a real clean overtake. So great job for Lunacy keeping Sandless behind him for a really long time, and already himself back at 5/10 of a second behind 10 Sandless, so he can take the advantage next lap. But also really good pushing from 10 Sandless and managing to take that P2 and hoping to take those points for Alfa Romeo. And Lunacy now on the DRS, closing it in, and also Ferry popping up there in the back and saying, guys, I'm on a faster tire. Almost at a second behind. But of course he does have 6 seconds penalty. So after an overtake he will need to manage and walk away 6 seconds from the guys behind him. As he is within a second right now. As the Lunacy lost his DRS, so 10 Sandless on a clean P2 at the moment. But Jeff very closing in onto Lunacy. and then he will be off track P3 of course if he can manage to overtake him, but on the papers we do know he has 6 seconds penalty, so he will fall back quite a gap. Nah, Holderman is on 3 seconds, so he will fall back to P4 then. But yeah, quite some spectacular last laps here on Spa-Francorchamps round 4 at RS5. As there is one thing for sure, and that is Blender for Life taking that win home for the Haas, and of course also his teammate. Really good job. Let's real quick watch the position changes. Starting from the top, Blender for Life taking 1 place from P2 to P1. Ten Sandless taking 2 positions. To Lunacy 4. Ferry 6 positions. So it's a great day for Haas. Holderman keeps it very solid. BB10 Pro taking 5 positions. Joro losing 4 positions. Akants Ziliotos Lotis. I hope I pronounce him to understand you guys who I mean. Taking 6 positions. 9 at P9. Miji with taking 7 positions. Olverin losing 2. Niva Sweden taking 2. Future Dreamliner, how unfortunate was this race for him. Losing 11 positions. As we are a little switching to the winner of today's race. And his name is Blender for Life in that Haas. Taking P1. And Holderman losing his P5 to BB10 Pro because of penalties. And wow, what a race we've seen today, guys. Really close fights in the last few laps. As we are, everybody on one stop except for Future Dreamliner. Really unfortunate race for him. And what a race did we see today, as we are on board with the winner here at Spa-Francorchamps. And we're waiting for the last car to go on over start finish, and there he is. So now it's official. Blender for Life taking P1 and Miji driver of the day. Well deserved. I did believe he take, what is it, 6 places, so well deserved for him. And we are watching the podium right now, as it was a good day for the Haas, taking P1 and P4, and also to Lunacy and Ten Sandless with a great fight last lap. And that's it for today's, guys. So thanks for watching, everyone. I enjoyed the commentary seat again. Thanks Daniel for the compliment. I enjoyed it. Thanks to you guys also. And yeah, on to the next race. Next week I'll be back in the commentary seat. And for all you guys still watching, have a great day. And see you next week. Bye bye, guys.